Season 1 came with some insane news for characters. Right off the bat, they revealed Black Adam and Stripe, and we also got some new data mines to help us figure out who's next. To be honest, these data mines are for characters I didn't think we would be getting anytime soon, and some characters that have been data mined are mysteriously absent in the files now. The first thing we need to go over are the confirmed characters, Stripe and Black Adam. Now, Tony said that these characters would be coming later in Season 1, and I actually don't think these are the two characters we'll be getting after Rick and Morty. I don't see us getting Black Adam at any other time than October alongside his movie, but we could see Stripe whenever. Now, if the data mines are accurate, Season 1 will end on November 15th. Maybe Stripe could be the final character of the season. My gut feeling about the login screen is that they want to build up hype for these characters over the course of the season, so I think they'll be coming a little bit later. Now here's the thing, if we get a character every other week after Morty, which seems like was the original plan, we're getting 6 characters in Season 1, maybe 7. A lot of people are making assumptions on who those characters are based on what we found in the files, so let's talk about these new data mines. 6 new characters have voice lines inside of the files. Rick, Morty, Black Adam, Stripe, Beetlejuice, and the Wicked Witch of the West. Stripe and Gizmo take up the same slot in the roster and are likely a Pyra/Mithra situation. So these have to be our characters, right? These are obviously the 6 characters we'll be getting in Season 1. I mean, the Wicked Witch and Beetlejuice are voiced and their data got added alongside the other Season 1 characters. Well, honestly, yeah, that seems like a pretty likely scenario. However, there's one thing specifically that's not sitting right with me. Where's the bow and arrow character? 2 days before Season 1, Tony teased that a bow and arrow character would be coming into the game. Now, before you say Gizmo from the Gremlins, come on, dude. You really think Gizmo is the bow and arrow character they've been teasing? Is Gizmo's entire shtick the bow and arrow? That's almost like if they teased the Flash logo or a lightning bolt logo and then put Sheldon Cooper in the game. I just don't think it makes sense for Gizmo to be our bow and arrow character. I know he uses one in the movie, but that's not what you think of when you think of Gizmo or the Gremlins. Because of this, I've actually convinced myself of a different 6 character lineup, so let me explain. First of all, I've been having some conversations with Tony and Warner Brothers and basically everyone who works on this game, and they said they won't even begin working on Ben 10 or Walter White if you're not subscribed to the channel. I know that seems like a pretty steep requirement. I mean, you have to subscribe to someone that regularly uploads, makes pretty decent content. Yeah, it sounds like a nightmare, honestly, but that is the rule. And we all want Ben 10 and we all want Walter White. Oh, and also follow me on Twitter if you have it. That's where I post the full images for my concepts when I make them. But alright, shilling time over. We can move on to the actual video now. I still think Lord of the Rings is coming to the game. There were 3 stages, profile pictures, stage background music, and Gandalf's entire moveset in the files. Every single time there was a moveset found for a character in the files, that character got announced. Even if Lord of the Rings has mostly been wiped clean from the files, I don't think that changes anything. The moveset data implies that the character is mostly done, and why would they finish a character they don't have the rights to use? Why would they create 3 stages for a franchise they don't have the rights for? I've been seeing so many people say that the Tolkien estate got in the way of Lord of the Rings and MultiVersus, but where's the actual evidence for that? Like I said, a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff has been wiped from the files, but do you remember how much was in the files for Morty when he was announced? It was almost nothing. There were no voice lines, there was no moveset, there wasn't that much for Morty in the files, and he still came before Raven, who is fully voiced. Marvin the Martian, who is fully voiced. He came before characters that had more evidence, and I think that's going to happen again. Maybe the developers wiped the Lord of the Rings stuff because they saw that people were doubting if they'd be in the game, and they wanted at least one surprise. I mean, everything else in this game gets leaked to hell, so it'd be cool to have some surprise characters. That's probably why they revealed Black Adam and Stripe so far ahead of time. But guys, you don't wait until you finish a character, make 3 stages, create some music for those stages, and create profile pictures to get the rights for the franchise. The first thing you do is get the rights to the character you want to develop. You don't do all of this work before that. They obviously have the rights to use Lord of the Rings. Oh, and that bow and arrow character? That's definitely Legolas. Keep in mind that Legolas had a prototype character file that was found months ago, and if you want Godzilla or Emmett, you should also be rooting for Legolas because he had the same type of file as Godzilla and Emmett. Now, doubling back to a point I started to touch on earlier, we have to keep in mind that voice lines don't mean anything. Just because Beetlejuice and the Wicked Witch of the West got voice lines in this patch does not mean that they're coming in Season 1. Marvin the Martian and Raven had voice lines dating back to the tech tests. Does that mean that those characters were revealed in the closed alpha or the open beta? No, they're actually nowhere to be seen. While using voice lines worked for predicting LeBron James and the Iron Giant, those are the only 2 characters it's worked for. Marvin and Raven seem like they won't be coming out anytime soon. So, let's end this video on my final thoughts for the Season 1 roster. I think we'll be getting Rick, Morty, Gandalf, Legolas, the Wicked Witch, Black Adam, and Stripe. Yes, that's 7 characters, but keep this in mind, Rick and Morty were originally August. So this would mean 2 characters per month and 1 for the first half of November. I don't see us going an entire season without a female character, and Halloween would be a great time to add the Wicked Witch. That means I think we'll be getting Morty, Rick, Legolas, Gandalf, Black Adam, the Wicked Witch, and then Stripe in that order. As for Season 2, I think that's when we'll be seeing Raven, the Joker, and Beetlejuice. Let me know what characters you guys think we'll be seeing in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll smell you guys later.
So